It's wrong. Okay, so literally, I want to talk to everybody today about how you can get tons and tons of qualified new customers lining up with cash in hand, ready to buy, and it is actually a hell of a lot easier than it's ever been. So for Jimmy and I, we've both been doing this for a really long time, and my background, I'll just give a quick bio, Jimmy. I want to go through some house rules, and I want to explain to everybody. Hello to everybody on Facebook, and we'll get Bobby to monitor comments on Facebook. Would be awesome. She's right behind us here. So first off, I want to kind of explain to everybody like who this is for, right? So this is like one of those is this thing for me type of thing. So in my world, this is how you know it's for you. If you're an owner and you know that your business can be doing better, you know that you can handle more customers than it's doing today, then this is absolutely for you. Okay, if you're an owner, you're committed to delivering quality service, but you just flat out want more customers right now, this is for you. If you're an owner who just think, I hate this marketing stuff, it's constantly changing and it's kicking your butt and makes you just throw your hands in the air, this is absolutely for you. If you're spending hours slaving away in your business, investing a small fortune on marketing with little to no results, this is definitely for you. If you want to be satisfied knowing that every marketing dollar is helping you grow your business while you're working less, this is absolutely for you. And this is definitely for you if you're ready to discover the most highly profitable method to easily get new customers and leaving your competition just scratching their head, wondering what the heck happened. What we're going to talk about today is your ability to get in front of everybody before they get anywhere near your customers or your competition. So this works for tons and tons of businesses. This is just a small example, but any small, medium-sized business, this is crushing it. The big guys, ironically, if you guys heard recently, the Starbucks and all these guys, they're all pulling their Facebook ads and great, good, get out of the way. So I just want everybody to understand, like, this works hands down, and this is absolutely the most bang for the buck marketing you can ever do in your business.
Amen.
Amen, brother. Okay. So a couple things. One, this is not a get rich quick scheme. Right? There's no such thing as do nothing and get paid. Okay? I want everybody to understand it. You have to take action on the information that we share today.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Got to take action. You
have to offer excellent customer service because whatever we teach you, it's going to accelerate. And if you do a bad job, that message is going to get out faster than it ever has. Right? If you don't have a system to follow up immediately with folks that we bring you, like, you have to have a good system, and we're going to show you that today. And then you have to have a process to like sell and book these paying customers. So people are going to show up, they're going to want it. You have to have a good system that's easy that you can work with.
It's got to be reliable, solid. Yeah.
And businesses fail when they try new marketing techniques because they lack the ability to follow up with prospective customers. We see it all the time. You got to be able to capture them, you got to convert and sell them, and you need a true process to turn people into buyers. Okay? So Jimmy, what makes us different? Give a little bit of a bio, tell us about Jimmy Borneman. Where you been all my life?
Well, that's a great question, my friend. I've spent my days in a couple different industries, one of which being the restaurant. And we did a lot with the marketing world, if you will. And we learned how to take care of customers and track them and, just build relationships with them. We've also been in the automation industry, like digital agency footprints, how to take all your social media and your websites and your SEO and kind of strap everything together. So we have an agency that—
Great terms. Strap it together, Jimmy. We're going to talk about that today.
So at the end of the day, we've done brick and mortar and we've done digital, and we come at it from like building a business from the ground up. You've got to have a good foundation, and then this stacks on top of this, and this stacks on top of this. But if you do it out of order, you're going to be nothing but headaches and chasing your tail. So that's pretty much what I teach and help people with.
A little bit about me. My name is Jonathan Munsell. I'm a businessman through and through. You cut me open, restaurants will pour out, car washes will pour out, mobile vehicles that clean cars will pour out. I've had a lot of great successes. I've owned a bunch of restaurants. Jimmy and I have known each other for over 10 years, and we've been doing this exact stuff in the backs of our business for a very long time. And then a bunch of years ago, we introduced it to the world and we started to share some of our stuff. And first it was, we shared our operations and our systems and kind of our business intellect and our savvy. But as of late, and it happened last year when I transitioned out of a company that I grew to, $28 million, a national company, the largest mobile auto car care company in the world, called Spiffy. You guys can look it up. And then recently I just transitioned and I now just took over control of a company called Pronto Wash. So very similar to Spiffy, but it's a franchise company. So Spiffy is not a franchise company. It's all company owned, one company. Pronto Wash is a franchise company, and then there's a management company. So the management company was my first entrance into Pronto Wash. And that was great. And as of late, literally inked a deal. It's still wet, Jimmy. Inked a deal. And I just took over, a company valued probably about 15 million today. And I took over, and I'm the majority owner of the franchise company, and I'm the sole owner of the management company. In addition to that, we have Success Systems. Success Systems is that idea where Jimmy and I took all of our systems and tools and we started to share it with the world. Well, the first thing we did was restaurants. So we did Restaurant Success System. And we built that. Then we said, okay, we have all these people that we know in other businesses. We de-restauranted it. We introduced that. Last year, I rolled out Detailer Insider Secrets, another component of Success Systems, and it's really geared towards detailing. So we have tons and tons of experience. We are really diverse. We're diverse in the size and scope of our businesses that we work with. And we have, in the past year, the thing that we figured out is it's all about digital marketing, okay? It's all about digital marketing. And I'll do a whole separate thing about boots on the ground marketing, because that's a huge push for me right now. I have 25 locations across the country, and every one of them goes out every day and brings us back leads and customers. But on top of that, there's a huge digital presence that happens. So, this stuff is different. This is not SEO. This is like SEO takes time, and it's got a lot of vulnerability in it. What we do gets you results immediately. Okay. This is much, much, much faster, right? Facebook marketing. Facebook to me is basically, it's a glorified, website. It's got very limited SEO. You have no control over it, but we all have them. Everybody's got them. I got 10 of them. Jimmy's got a bunch of them, right? You guys all have Facebook pages. I hope, please. Please, if you don't, call me right after this, and I'll set it up for you for free tonight. But gone are the days of free. You don't get anything on Facebook anymore without paying. It's a pay-to-play market. Your posts and everything are super limited now. Like, we used to put something on Facebook. I remember 10 years ago, Jimmy, you put something on Facebook, and if 1,000 people liked you, 1,000 people saw it. You're lucky to get 200 people to see it today with 1,000 people liking you. So it's really different. And those results take a long time as well. Okay. So, it's a necessary evil. But what we're talking about today, this is not rocket science. So, it's one of those, what do I always say, Jimmy? If I can do it, anybody can do it.
Yeah, right.
So let's get cranking. Let's get this rocket ship moving, and this is about connecting everything. Okay. So this is about your digital footprint, I call it. Okay. And you can call it your digital presence, but this is where you have Facebook, you have Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn. You have to have a website. You have to have, I prefer that you have a blog on top of your website. And then on the back side of that, you really need marketing automation. You need to be able to take customers in, process them, and then stay in communication with them forever. Okay. That's like the secret sauce. I got to tell you, there's like a lifetime value of a customer. And most people, they look for a transaction and they want the money, and then they want the next bit of money. And I always ask Jimmy, I always poo-poo people that are always looking for new customers, because there's only three ways to grow your business, Jimmy, right? You go get customers, you go get your existing customers to spend more, you get your existing customers to transact more often. That's it. That's the secret, right? We always talk about the other two, right? 2/3 of it. Go ahead, Jimmy.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's all about getting them to spend more and getting them to come back more often.
Yeah.
Where we spend most of our time until.
Yeah. And most people, Jimmy, like they always want the new customer, and that's okay. Today we're going to talk about new customers. Like we never, ever talk about this stuff. So, one of the things that's really important is, you have to like be able to, we use all of that, and we laser pinpoint the ideal customers. Okay. We absolutely, we use interruption marketing, and we get people to raise their hands. We use marketing automation to like process all of this stuff. Technology does the heavy lifting when it's all set up and done right. And like I said, it's about like getting a customer, right? If you look at their journey, right? Lifetime value, you look at their journey, right? You got to find them, you got to get them into your business, you got to get them to transact with you. Ultimately, you have to deliver, you offer, maintain. So it's all of this. It used to be like, the front end of that used to be difficult. Now we can do Facebook ads, we can get them through Google. But what we're going to talk about today is like what it looks like when you get this all going together, and you'll be smiling just like her. Okay. So, like I said, I'm absolutely nothing special. If I can do it, I guarantee you can. But Jimmy, it's about these two right here. Like I'm telling everybody, I've been saying it for about a year. Yeah. Can you see that, Jimmy?
Yeah.
Okay. What about this guy? Can you see that guy? Yeah.
I see. No, I see a Facebook page.
Yeah. You see a Facebook page? Oh, sorry, Jimmy. I told you we're on Facebook.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. You see that guy?
Monster.
You see that guy?
Oh yeah, he's my fave.
Yeah, he's your favorite. Okay. So the thing is, it's all about these guys. Okay. So if you guys know nothing else, I've been saying it, you have to absolutely must have a Facebook pixel on your page. Okay. So the Facebook pixel connects you to Facebook. This is not like your link to your Facebook page and where people can go to it. Okay. This isn't that. This is where you have a mechanism provided by them that actually allows you to capture people's information. We used to only be able to do this type of stuff with forms, right? We used to have to send them to a form, get them to register, and then we can follow up, right? So Facebook has the pixel, and Google has the cookie. Okay, so that was where the joke with him comes in. But between the two of these, right, the pixel and the cookie. So pixel takes care of Facebook. It also takes care of Instagram. The cookie takes care of everything Google related and YouTube, right? So these are huge pieces of the puzzle, right? If you can't get to your customers through those two mechanisms, then I don't know what to tell you. Go outside, put a sign up.
Pitch that I've never been aware of ever.
Advertised in the newspaper. Okay. So the reality is, Jimmy, is that everything you do, every like, every comment, every share, and every web page that you visit is absolutely monitored. Okay. And you see those notices, right? It's like, oh, you get this like pop up, oh, this page has cookies. You're like, I don't know, okay, accept. Basically, they're telling you that we're tracking your stuff. And basically the thing that happens, if you've ever had it happen to you, you end up and you're out there and you're on this site and you're looking at, new tools for your business. And then all of a sudden, a day later, you're on another site and you're looking at, pictures of your friends on some other thing, and all of a sudden tools are there, and they're like talking to you. That's the technology where they know what you looked at, they know what you like, they're building a profile, and they know how to serve you ads based off of that. Okay. So that's like the secret formula. I want to say, don't be overwhelmed. You don't have to be a website expert, to use these powerful tools. The old marketing funnel, Jimmy, was like, just do everything you can, and like we'll put it in, and we'll process it through, right? So
Take it out at the bottom.
Right, we use all of these things, right? Even newspaper, even mail, all that stuff, all still works, guys. I got to tell you, if you know how to do it, it all still works. But the reality is like it's nowadays you have to like when you get this whole thing working, and you get this thing processing, all of a sudden now your website comes into play. Right? Your blog comes into play. Your videos come into play, right? All of this stuff, right? Your Facebook page. And then ultimately what's happening is like these things are just popping off, right? So all of a sudden then one day, like it's a mess. Well, now with the pixel and with the cookie, it's like the opposite, right? Once they introduce this thing, now everything goes through there, and you actually can process that information. So the thing that happens, Jimmy, right? This thing pops up on you, you accept the cookies. And the reality is that it's all about retargeting and remarketing. So what's the old saying? You got 7 contacts, right? You got to stay in front of somebody 7 times,
In order for them to make a decision. Yep.
Yeah. Well, how do you do that? Like, how do you get to somebody 7 times? Even if they went to your website, how do you stay in front of them? Well, imagine they went to your website, and then they're looking at pictures of their family, and now your stuff's coming up next to them. And then they go over to Facebook, and they're checking their Facebook, and your ad's over there, right? That's how you get to 7 times. And the impressions and the cost of this is like next to nothing, okay? The reality is that most websites, about 2% of traffic converts on a website on the first visit.
Yep.
So, the whole retargeting thing, it's a tool designed to help companies reach the 98% that we're not getting to. And that's the big secret that I want everybody to understand. So this is really about, it's about these 2 pieces. So let's talk about it, Jimmy, in the sense like, let's just explain how we strap it together. We'll use, give me a site, Jimmy. You want to use Pronto Wash?
Yeah, let's use Pronto. It's on top of our brain a lot.
Yeah. So like I said, I took over this great, big new company. And the first thing that Jimmy and I did was we need all the account access, right? And the first thing we did, and it wasn't there before, sadly, but they didn't have a Facebook pixel, and they did not have any type of cookies on their site. So all this traffic that goes there was basically being diverted. They would go there, people would look at it, they'd leave, and they'd never be able to communicate to them again. And the sad thing was that they weren't communicating to even the customers they were doing business with. So they had no follow-up marketing. There was no, like, you got your car washed and you left, and that was it. Like, never to be heard from again. So we immediately changed that. I'm actually going to bring up the site, Jimmy. I'll bring up their site because I can probably explain it a little bit easier. If I can do that, let's see. Hold on, guys. There we go. That's what I need. Okay, we're going to go. Sorry, folks.
All good, my man.
What's that?
All good. We're watching.
Okay. So let's go and explain it. Okay. So first off, I want everybody, I didn't expect to do a live demo, Jimmy, but I want to talk about this stuff, and I want it to come home for everybody. Okay, so if you're wondering why I'm looking over there, I have 2 monitors. My camera's on my camera's here, and my other one's here. So I apologize. Okay, so you go to Pronto Wash. Okay, so Pronto Wash is interesting in the sense, I'm going to bring it down a little bit. I want you guys to be able to see the bar. I'm going blind as I get old, guys, so I make my website. That's a true story. So right, you come here, right? Chrono Wash, good looking site, right? You know, it's got movement. These pictures change automatically, right? It's big, it's modern. It looks, it looks like it should, in a modern website. This is the kind of look and feel that we've all landed on. Okay, hey, there I am, Jimmy.
Nice.
So, so when people come here, before they come here, and there's really not a lot to do on the homepage. Like there's nothing to do on the homepage, and that's actually by design, because we want them the minute that they go and they just do something like, oh, I want to, I'm going to click on the ultimate exterior, right? So when they click on the ultimate exterior, they now have given us an indicator of what one of their interests is. So now I know that they're looking at, a good package, a high level package. Well, I'm going to market to them detailing services, the higher end of car washing. Well, if they went and they just looked at exterior hand wash, okay, they're important, they're valuable, but is it as valuable? Is a $50 service as valuable as a 200, 300, 400? No. So people get weighed differently. But the way that it works with the pixel and with the cookie, that person, by touching that, just put themselves into a list, right? And in some cases they're lists, in some cases they're audiences. And you can build custom audiences by activity that people take on your website. So now, right?
Yep.
Okay. So if you have, these people are doing it. I mean, I could show you the stats on these sites. I mean, we're talking about, 50,000, plus unique visitors, going through these sites in less than 30 days. And that's only like one site that we have for it. Never mind the specific individual sites. Our stores get on average about, 5,000 views a month on Google. And those are high numbers, guys. I'm like, but hey, if people are going through there and we're placing ads and things like that, then hey, that's what I want. I want to put my money there. And I don't spend a lot of money in this. I'm really I cannot tell you guys, I know. But now that person touched the exterior wash, or they touched the other package, they're in an audience. Well, if they go further, and maybe they go and if they go over here and they put their zip code in, they're going to end up at a certain location is what's going to happen. Well, guess what? If they go over here and they're like, oh, okay, I'm going to go to, I'm going to use the Westfield Citrus, right? And I'm going to go book this location, right? Now, these guys just told me that they must live near there. So now they're in a separate list, and I can target them differently there, and I can speak very specifically to them about their neighborhood, their area, and their location. So now they're in a list, right? They're in a list that they want car washing or they want detailing, but now they want car wash or detailing, and now I even know where they are, right? So if I'm looking at where people are coming from, I can then spend more money if I see that a lot of clicks are coming from a certain area. And I can tell you that, different locations have wildly different analytics behind them, okay? And all of this stuff is just happening automatically, right? Once you get it set up, after that, it becomes analyze the data and then figure out what you want to do with the data, right? Do I want to put more money into it and get more, people to click on my ads? Do I want to, start running different campaigns? It becomes, after you have it all set up, it's a matter of tweaking the knobs and pulling the levers to make yourself more money. And this, go ahead, Jimmy.
No, it's just dialing it in. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Taking all that data and dialing it down.
Right? We just keep dialing it in. Dialing it in, Jimmy. Come on. Okay. So the thing that happens is when somebody goes and they're here now that they're on both sides. They're on the pixel side, they're on the cookie side. I have them. Well, I can start to put things in front of them at my leisure. I can ramp up my ad spend if I want to kind of drive revenue. I could turn it down if maybe a location's having a difficult time. I can tailor my ad spend off of what I see in the data, right? So knowing how to use the data once you have it is actually important. But Jimmy, people don't do it. This is one of the easiest things in the world that you could be doing for your business, and people don't do it. Guys, Facebook ads are great. Absolutely. Jimmy and I swear by them. Swear by them, right? As a Facebook ad, place a Facebook ad, get people to come to your business. Great. Well, imagine you can now use all these other things that you had at your disposal to bring people back to your website and get them to do something that's going to identify them. And imagine you can just, now it's not, they don't need to fill out a form. The problem is if you don't have any of this set up and you're getting 5,000 views on your page a month and you're only getting 5 leads, well, what happens to, the 4,995 other people? I'm telling you, this thing, like, it'll move the meter, one, instantaneously for you because you can get in front of them. And two, it will dramatically increase your revenue and you'll see it. And as you get better, it's just going to keep going up because now you're in communication with everybody. And if you're good at what Jimmy and I do, not only are you going to go and you're going to communicate and get in front of these new people, remember 2/3 of the equation is that you actually go on the back end and you're actually communicating to people on the back side. And you're like, so somebody actually, they register, they take an offer of some kind, they make a move. When this happens, like, you can communicate to them on the back end. So when you do that, you're able to do, like, you now have them, they're a customer, they go into the database. You have them to register. Now you communicate to them and you just nurture them to get them, if they already did a transaction, you got lots of things that you can communicate, right? In the car washing business, you can be talking to them about maintaining that vehicle. And the way that we do it is, we leverage some really, really powerful stuff to figure all this out. So I'm going to show 2 more things, Jimmy. So Jimmy and I, and this is like Jimmy's baby. So Jimmy helped put all this stuff together. It's an amazing product. I want you guys to see it. Let me show I'm going to stay on the detailer, Jimmy.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to use, I can't use somebody else's, maybe. Yeah. Okay, we'll use it. Okay, so this is a gentleman in Ventura, California. Vigilant detailing, excellent guy. And what he's doing is, so if you look at this system of what's going on, okay, so this thing is about opportunities. So that's a pipeline or stages in the sales process. He doesn't use it. He's like, his use of this system is around marketing communication. So he has the ability in here, and I'll just kind of click through some of these and give an overview of what this actually all does. But so this is like the mothership of where information that we have is utilized. Okay.
I like to call it the brain.
Yeah, it's the brain. If you guys have ever seen, I have the whole thing about marketing automation, the brain, right? That, like, this is the brain that we talk about. And there's one other piece that we use that actually you can use for social media posting, reputation management. It'll give you all the background on your SEO. Like, all that stuff is still important. As much as I poo-poo that stuff, it's still very important. So, SEO, what people are saying about you on reviews and things like that. All of that stuff is important. And we have a whole nother system that, people that we work with, they get access to all of that. And you guys can get that free. So one, I talk about this, but Jimmy and I put a whole COVID thing together to help people. And we talked about it a while back. But if you go to any of my sites and you put in the word snapshot, even if you got to search for it, most of them, if you go to the blog, so if you go to like blog.detailer insider secrets, blog.successsystemhub.com. If you go to any of those sites, and I'll put a link here for everybody that's on the call, I'll send it out to you and I'll let you guys get your snapshot. So the snapshot tells you everything about your marketing. So it's going to give you all of your online presence. It's going to give you all of your website. It's going to look at all of your ads. It's going to go and dig into that stuff. It's going to compare you to other people in the industry. It's going to find all your reviews. But in that system, you actually have the ability to go and, like, you can put your, like, you want to put a Facebook post out. Most people, we're business owners, we're busy. Facebook, you like, okay, I'm going to go do it, right? Well, imagine that you could actually get ahead of it and, like, you're actually posting for next week or 2 weeks from now, and this stuff's just happening for you. So tomorrow, Jimmy, I'm doing the business marketing planner call, right? It's like my favorite call in the world. And anybody that's on this webinar, I said, but as I was promoting this, that I was going to give you guys something. I'm going to invite you guys to that. And that it's an amazing call. And basically, I'm going to give you a tool that you use and you can plan out your marketing, plan out your Facebook, plan out your Instagram. Literally, like I give you a tool that you can literally type it in, you copy it, you paste it into Facebook. I give you all the ideas. So like that's like the rounded out part of what we do is we understand marketing. We get you to get ahead of your marketing. That's what where people are missing, right? Yep. So tomorrow we're going to plan September. Right? Most people haven't planned July 4th. And what's today, Jimmy?
July 2nd.
So, that's like we not only take all of this digital stuff, but we also take the customer follow-up. And this thing has a whole booking engine, Jimmy, in here. So that's the dashboard. So conversations, right? So this is like literally, people that are communicating back and forth. See this? These are calls. The system actually has its own phone numbers and calls. It does text. So this is like, these are people and all different types of people. And like, if you go into somebody, you'll see a contact, and in the contact information, like if I go right into this guy, I want to go into, right? I see all of his information, right? All in one screen, guys. I see all of his information. I can like go further. And if you have this set up for your business, you see a lot more information, but I see all of his contact information. I have all these different things and triggers and steps and funnels and tags and all of this stuff works together in concert with the online stuff. If somebody touches your Facebook, somebody goes and puts a Facebook message, boom, the Facebook message is like right there.
Amen.
So, so if you look like this guy's, this guy's all they're doing text. But again, it's got tasks that you can build out, notes, appointments, right? This whole thing has a whole scheduling system built into it. So, opportunities I talked to you about. So, you look at it, right? We actually built this for them, so I know it's here. But these are basically stages in the process. So if you have in your business, you have it set up and you're using it and somebody takes an action, you send an email and they look at it, they open it, like even you can move them into different places and you can sort out all of this stuff. So if they touch the article about detailing, well, guess what? You can go after them on details, right? So all of that stuff gets sorted out. You can compile a ton of information, right? So that's like opportunities. It's a pipeline. It's pipeline management. Every business, okay, and I talk about detailing a lot, but again, I have lots of experience. I mean, I'm a coach and consultant, so I have a whole coaching consulting business. So no matter what business you're in, you need to have a pipeline of some sort. And if you're in the detailing business and you're going after buildings, right, the secret to mobile detailing is going after big buildings, right? And well, hey, how do you know where they are in the sales process? How do you know to follow up with them? And if you're like most people, and I just talked to a guy, and we talked about it, and I talked to him about his thing. I'm like, oh, what happens? A guy calls you on Monday, and you talk to him, and he's like, okay, I'll get back to you, right? Yeah, they hear that, okay, they're shopping, they're looky-loos, tire kickers, I call them, right? So that guy on Monday, he talks to you, says, I'll get back to you, and maybe you send him an email, and you actually send him a quote, okay? First day, first grade, is that what it is, Jimmy?
Yeah, first day, first grade.
So you send him the quote. Well, you might follow up with him. Maybe you'll give him a call on Wednesday, and maybe you don't get him. It goes to voicemail. You leave a message, and then by that point in the week, you're already doing work and you're busy, and you may follow up with him one more time. My experience is people don't, and that guy, he's gone, right? So all that energy you put in on the front end of talking to him, spending 10, 20 minutes on the phone talking to him, you got nothing for it. Well, what if the system chased him down for you? What if the system actually had marketing campaigns that run in the background that chase him down?
Yep.
That'd be cool. So when you look at it, like, and in there's triggers. That's what we were talking about before. There's triggers in this system. It's got all the forms. Like, so if you want to have like, a form on your website, the form is built in here. The information lives in here. It's not where you got to call up your web developer and, he's got to do it. And then you can't fix it. You see something. No, it doesn't work that way. Look at this, Jimmy. It's like drag and drop, man. I can move this stuff around as much as I want, right? I can make it big, I can make it wide. It's got surveys, right? You can run surveys to people. You can poll people, throughout their business and throughout their life. You can ask them all kinds of questions. It's got all kinds of templates and stuff that you can build and have ready to go for you. It's even got an HTML builder. Like, so if you're, maybe you're emailing through Constant Contact or MailChimp or something like that. Well, if you're used to that, it's got that too. Okay. Reporting is super robust, right? So reporting over here, it's got all the information. I gotta be careful what I show. The,
While you're looking, a lot of this really is, to put it in simple form, if this happens, then this happens. So if they click on a link in a video, you want this to happen. They click on the audio, then you want that to happen. And this really systemizes things. So you take it down to, all right, they did this, and this is what I want it to do. And that's it. I mean, it's that simple.
Yes,
I commuted it down a lot, but
yeah. Oh my God. If you saw like, oh God, I had a vision board around here.
so let me keep it. It's a really complex thing, but just taking it down to a level.
Jimmy, can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is being put together in my office today by one of my assistants, just trying to understand it. Okay, because if you think about it, like what Jimmy just said, like it's if and then logic, but it's like really complex. So she was building this to kind of understand, like, okay, somebody does this and they end up over here and here and here and here. I'm like, yes. So she was literally like taking all my stuff and like putting it on paper, which I thought was brilliant.
We never thought of it.
All about
the paper.
paper. What's that? So, but again, it's complicated. But the reality is that it's not that complicated. And once you do it, and once you have the tools, the problem is most people have this type of stuff, Jimmy, but it's like 10 different places. I got to go log in over here. I got to log in over there. So when you get all the Facebook cookie pixel stuff together, and then you're actually taking that information and you're able to use it, you can see your ads, you can see your ad performance, everything in one place. So what's the big trend right now, Jimmy? Everybody talks about, online. If you guys have not ordered food or something online lately, then I don't know where you are or where you live, but it's like, it is what everybody's doing because, right, we got COVID. You can go outside, right?
Yep, you got delivery things popping up like crazy. Absolutely.
Crazy. Well,
I don't know if my daughters have been to a store in months.
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm telling you, I'm masked up here, Jimmy. I wear masks. I'm really, really good about it. So, how do you handle online bookings in your business, right? Whether you take appointments, whether you schedule meetings, whatever, this system actually, you can set it up. And then there's a campaign that follows up. If you guys are on this and you got invited to this, then you received the message from me and then you got more messages from me. Do you think I was sitting there 10 minutes before we went live and was sending that stuff? No, I wasn't. So it does all of this stuff. You can schedule everything. It actually does reputation. So you can actually like collect reviews, this guy's got excellent reviews, but these reviews also are showing up on his website. So in here, right, and it
connects back to the people that did it. I mean, it's
yeah. So this is right. These are his reviews. This isn't just look and watch. This isn't just looking at his reviews. If you actually, and I'm going to show you because this is kind of one of the most badass things. If you look down here, if you guys can see the screen, I'm here and I just clicked a thing called funnels and websites, right? Funnels has been like a big talk for the past couple of years about putting people down a buying funnel, but you still need websites. And in some cases, you even need a membership site, right? If you guys are members of mine, whether you're even not paying members, I give away free stuff. Well, you end up at a membership site. Well, what if you could use, and this is one of the coolest things. So at Pronto Wash, I want a place that we can digitally train our staff, right? I want them to get the orientation message from me. Because I want it delivered the same. When I show up in California and I walk up and the guy's not wearing a hat or, he's doing something, not correctly, I want to walk up to him and say, hey, did you got hired, right? Okay, you went through training, right? Well, then he should know what he should know. And I walk up, oh yeah, well then why aren't you wearing your hat? Right? Oh yeah, well, they always have an excuse. If I can deliver this consistent message to everybody in the form of, they sit down, they go through orientation, it comes from me. They go through other parts of training. Maybe they come from other people. So think of a membership site in your business. You can use it as an LMS, a learning management system. You can load all your videos, and you can put your employees, just like you'd be a member of mine and you work through the information. What if you could give that to your employees? What if it was all built into your system and you could even communicate to your employees through the system? You can remind them of things, you can set appointments. I'm telling you, amazing stuff. But one of the things I'm showing you is like, right, that gentleman's got reviews. Well, he also has, right, he's got a whole website built in the background here, guys. This is his entire website is inside of this platform. So if he wants to go and change them
into the other stuff,
and it's all connected, right? And guess what? He's got a Facebook pixel and a Google tag.
yes,
so one of the things I was saying was about the reviews. Okay, so I just want to see the link for his testimonial page. Okay, well, we're gonna do some wild science here, Jimmy. I am going to. Okay.
Science.
Yep. So, right. So this is a site, right? Looks beautiful, right? Like I said, it's got that modern feel. It scrolls nice. Well, here's Zuma Hernandez, right? I just told you in the back here under reviews, it's not just collecting the information. It's putting them out on my website automatically. Well, how about this? How about in the other system that we use, right? There's one more component of this. You could take that review and then you can put it on all of your different sites, and you can take a Facebook review and put it on Google, and you can share all this stuff like all different ways when you have the technology and it's strapped together. Okay.
How cool it was when we figured out it was one click and it took it from the review to the woo.
Yes, right. We saw that somebody had a great review. I'm like, oh my God, we got to like make a template, and we're going to put a star.
Complicated.
No, you just go click. So I'm telling you guys, there's just some really, really powerful stuff and it's the most amazing thing out there right now. We talked about triggers and stuff like that, right? Online listings is a whole service. It's an extra service that he doesn't have. But, we talked about, there's a whole ton of settings that happen in the background here. But, he's got a unique phone number. There's phone numbers he can text from. He can receive calls. It records calls. He can load a list, and it'll do outbound. It'll call for him. It'll literally back him up with calls one after the other and make outbound calls. So, hey, maybe you have a list of people that you haven't seen in a while and you want to just reach out like a great owner you are. Well, what if you had a system that just dialed them for you and you just went, okay, hi, Susie. Right. So, imagine you had all of this stuff working for you in your business. This is the secret sauce, guys. This is the stuff that allows me to own, several multi-million-dollar companies. And I still have all my hair, Jimmy. And it's not
on the other hand,
even that gray. It's really not that gray. And I'm 46 years old. I'm going to be 47.
Oh, man. Oh.
Okay. Still pretty fit, though.
Yeah, you're looking good.
I did not find the COVID-19. Many people out there did. So, guys, the whole vision that I want you guys to have is that, this stuff is really, really, really powerful. Actually, I'm going to show them the other stuff, Jimmy, when they have it all strapped together, because
while you're doing that, I'm going to tell them a little bit about one of the new features, which is if somebody calls your business and you missed the call, a lot of times we don't know about it. It's just gone, or your staff doesn't get it. Well, the system now will trigger and send them a text message saying, hey, sorry, we're on the phone right now. We'll get right back to you. Or it'll actually call them back and leave them a voice drop. So those missed calls that come in that you're freaking out about and your staff is doing. And not only that, when they do get a call, if you want to know what your salesperson's doing, you can set it up to record it, Jonathan. So if they're sucking at sales, so you're bringing in a lot of leads, but you're not converting them, this tool will show you, let you listen, and you got to tell your staff about it, but it'll let you listen to what they're doing to figure out why they suck.
Yeah, maybe they're not following the script. Maybe you don't have a script. Imagine that, you have a script. Okay, this is all stuff so when you look at what Jimmy and I do and how we wrangle, we strap all this together, and what we provide for people is we used to be about giving them operating systems and all, and that's still a huge part of our business. I mean, I give everybody what they need to operate their business: checklists, forms, systems, downloads, promotions, all of that, right? Then we have the whole marketing thing. My favorite thing is the marketing side of the business. So we have a whole marketing planning. We get you ahead of all that stuff. Well, over the past year, we've just built out some really badass tools because we needed them for ourselves, and now
Right.
we give them to you, right? So, you guys, no matter what, at the end of today, there's two types of people. You're going to have people that listen to this and do nothing.
We've heard it before. They move on. It's not that big a deal, right?
Right. So the other part of it, Jimmy, the kind of the third leg of the stool, I'll say, is so reputation success, different than what you saw with the reviews. This is a whole system that not only goes and collects your reviews, it monitors, it actually gives you responses for your reviews. So it actually like helps you write responses automatically. So, there's some really cool stuff on that. So that's the reputation side. Social success, and I do practice what I preach, right? I have a pop-up, Jimmy.
There you go.
So, over here you have, so social success it gives you the ability to pull all of your, so when I do a post on Facebook or on Google, I go to one place, I don't go to two, and I go and I can build it. It'll resize it and change it. It'll show me previews of Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. It'll show me all the different ones. And then if one's, some of them, you can't do this and you can't do that, it'll like help me fix them. And I can schedule that. I can schedule that to be posted tomorrow. I can schedule, it to be posted next week. If somebody touches it, right? If they click on it, they like it. Well, guess what? All that's there. If somebody comments, it's there. I see it all in one place. You can see all your comments. So it's just a different way to manage all of your information. The list building, right? If you have a business, you're listed on 100 websites, of which you probably don't know 90 of them, right? You think it's Facebook and no, you're listed Yelp and all these places. They just take business information and they list it. And is it right? Right? Are you missing people? Like, are people trying to contact you, but they're on one of these other sites that you don't have the right information? Well, list building is actually, it goes out, it finds all of your listings and helps you fix them. And it's not like I got to go and log into this one and log into that one. No, you fix the information, you hit a button and it fixes them all. That's a huge.
We ran into that with a client where one of the listings had an ex-employee's phone number that actually went and started their own company and was taking business away from them just from this listing that was really, really old, and he wasn't doing anything wrong other than it had his cell phone on it and he was taking the business.
Yeah. So your listings are really, really important, right? And then your customer voice is really about like, it's a whole feedback and being able to utilize that good feedback. So we have a system where we send people a review. If they rate a 4 or 5, great. Go put that thing right here on whatever social media, I want it to go on Google. I want it to go here. We give them that. If they put a 3, 2, or 1, it's like, whoa, hey, before you go any further, we'd like to talk to you about that. Okay. We have the ability to control it. And I'm like, a lot of places just say, oh, well, just go send them to put a review. Well, you just sent somebody a link to put a review. Is it a good review or a bad review? Yeah, so we actually have the ability to control your reviews, which is really good. And then there's advertising intelligence where we take all of this ad information and it basically puts it all together so you can see how it's all working. And it actually puts Facebook and Google together. So you can make decisions on the platforms on how you're doing it. Remember what I said, it's not just about collecting the data and getting the pixel and the cookie and that type of thing. It's actually about figuring out what you need to do with the data and how to be able to analyze it. And we actually give you all that as well. So
that's one of the things real quick, Jonathan, that's what stops a lot of people from going to the next part of the action. They know they can do this, but they get overwhelmed by not knowing where to look at the information and pull it from 4 different places. And then it looks the same and you don't know what it means. And these tools right here take away all of that fear, and fear is what stops action most of the time. Anyways, it helps.
You're 100% correct. So Jimmy, no sales pitch. I'm not doing one. I'm not trying to sell anybody anything.
I don't got anything.
I ain't giving you a buy button, nothing. If you guys want more information, you want to get free access to like those 5 things that we just showed you, and you just want to actually just use it, you can go and you can use the same system I use to post on Facebook, all that stuff. I'll give it to you for free. If you're not, okay, and if you've never been to any of my, my world, this is about trying to explain what the hell Jonathan does for a living. Okay.
Needs to be bigger.
Yeah, it needs to be bigger, right? They were trying to get their mind around it. And, like, you know what? We're here to help. I got a team of people. We do great stuff, great work every day. And, we share this kind of information because we want you to be successful. I want you to have a better life. I want you to make more money while working less, right? And I want you to be able to like work on your business, not in your business.
Yep.
And I'm telling you, if you think of all the things that we just talked about, like if you did all this on your own and you were trying to do it in every other system, and you would go insane. Like you'll never do it. And that's probably one of the things that might be holding you back. Yep. What if you actually had all the tools to actually do it the right way?
Yep. And the learning curve is so minimal.
Yeah.
And I'll throw it in a little bit different. If anybody wants to just call us and talk and ask questions and kind of, this is what I'm doing, does it work? We'll take the phone calls, we'll do the emails.
Yes. I'm going to end. Okay. So real quick. So no sales pitch. I'm not telling anybody anything today. I'm trying to give you guys something to help your business. I will tell you, any of my sites, if you go to it, you see this thing over here, right? Sale pops out at you. Whoa. Okay. If you actually go and click on this, you'll actually get all 5 of these to try out and use. I would love for you guys to do it. It's amazing. I love it myself. If you want more information, you can, there's a million ways to get a hold of me.
Hey, what was that site name, just in case they're listening to it on the audio?
Yeah, so any one of my sites you can get to this, but this one actually is blog.successsystemhub.com. It's also, if you're a detailer and you want detailer specific stuff and you want to have a whole bunch of free resources for detailers, you can go to detailerinsidersecrets.com. And then also the other site for that is the blog. It's blog.insidersecrets.com. And the good thing about going, if you're industry specific with me, if you're a restaurant person, you go to restaurantsuccesssystem.org. And if you come through the path of what your interest is or what your field is, it works a little bit better. We can kind of sort you out. But ultimately, they're all very similar, right? But they're niched out a little bit. Yep. The tools are universal. They work for anybody.
Yep. Doesn't matter what business we're in.
Yeah. So go grab the online snapshot. When you get there, boom, it clicks over. It takes you 2 seconds. It's just a little form. And you fill it out, and it will immediately, it'll set you up and give you access and log in and all, and then you'll be able to see it. It's going to go out and like crawl the web for you. So if you've never had like an audit of your marketing, then when you do that, that will absolutely take you there and get you completely squared up.
It'll either fire you up or piss you off, one or the other. I've been through both.
Yeah, I know, brutal, right? So anyway, hold on. Let's, I want to knock this down, Jimmy. There's our cookie and our pixel, guys. That is the moral of the story today. Okay. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I'm going to end this.
Your pretty mug.
See my mug? Come on, Jimmy. I even shaved this week. Okay, I want to just go back to Zoom and Facebook real quick. I just want to see if there's any comments or anything that we did not address. And I hate this because the 2 screens kill me when I do this. So, okay, let's look. Do we have, okay. I'm just looking for comments. I see that handsome devil, Chris Evans out there. What a good looking son of a gun. He just got his recognized trainer from the International Detailing Association. My man, yeah, Chris is a good one right there. He works with us over at Prana Wash. And I have no idea where the other one is. Yeah, I'm missing a screen. So
one of the questions that popped up in the Zoom, Jonathan, was, do you have to put a pixel on every single page, or can it just be globally across the site, if you will?
So you don't have to put a pixel on every page. It actually does work globally. But the thing you want to do is you have to go in the back end when you configure it, and you have to tell it about events. So a pixel has events behind it. So if you set the events up right, like it'll do the list building. The other side is you can do it through Tag Manager. Okay, and Tag Manager is pretty cool. And you actually can do it all through Tag Manager. Okay, you can actually take your Facebook pixel, put it into the Google Tag Manager, then you take Tag Manager and put it on your site, and that actually will tie together your analytics, all of your web traffic. It'll actually it'll support all your ads. So if you do like ad roll or anything like that, but that's where the data is. So you go to Tag Manager, right? Literally like Google Tag Manager, and
amazing.
Go in and claim your business, put your URL, register that thing. And if you already have, like if you've done any Facebook ad or if you've done any Google ads, it's all tied together. So as long as you already have an account, so you can very easily connect this. You just take this little bit of code, right? And you put it on your site, okay? And like you have to know how to do that, okay? We know how to do it. If you need help with it, let us know, we'll help you. But you have to do it, guys. I'm telling you, you absolutely have to make all this stuff work. And even if you're not ready, guys, this is the other one. Maybe you're like, okay, I'm going to put it on the someday list, that someday I'm going to be good at marketing and grow my business. Okay. Even if you're going to do that, I'm telling you, go now and put the Facebook pixel and the Tag Manager on there. So it's collecting data for you and you're building lists all the time. And the other good thing you can do in Facebook is you can take your existing list. So if you take all of your customers' emails and you put them into Facebook, Facebook will then figure out like, okay, of these accounts, we have Facebook accounts for these. So they're connected now, right? And then the cool thing is you want to talk about the bang for your buck, you can make a lookalike audience. So, if you've done Facebook ads and you've gone through the process of, I want income, I want this, I want job title, I want this. Well, how about you just take people that are already buying from you and then you just go get a lot more that look just like them.
Right.
And it's like a one click, it's not that difficult. I encourage everybody to do it. If you have questions, you need help, you want to talk about any of this stuff, just reach out to us. You got Jimmy, you can come through my office at Success Systems, but we just want everybody, you got to do this stuff. This is where we're at. It's the most effective marketing you can do, and it is hands down the best bang for your buck.
Hands down, I agree. You put it all together, you'll be so much happier.
So Jimmy, anything else?
No sales pitches. Only thing you need to know is we're here to help.
I'm signing off, folks.
Good night, everybody. It's nice meeting you again.
Reach out to me. Make sure we're friends on Facebook. Thanks, guys.
Bye, guys.
And girls.
Congratulations, Chris.